Hello and welcome to The Reload, your weekly recap of all of the gaming news over the last 7 days and a quick look at what's coming out over the next week. I'm of course Carl, and without any further ado, here's what happened. It appears that the long-rumoured single-player DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5 has been retooled for Grand Theft Auto Online, if the latest rumours are to be believed. A detailed post on NeoGAF claims to be filled with leaked information on Rockstar's plans for the game, which changed after the unexpected success of the online experience. While we recommend taking all of this with a pinch of salt, the report states that there will be paid DLC that sends players back to Liberty City and Los Venturas, along with the mention of a casino and wild animals in the open world. Look, they can add all the maps they want, but for the love of God, add more co-op stuff, Rockstar. I need my heist fix. Despite a shift to free-to-play last year, it appears to be the end of development for asynchronous multiplayer title Evolve. In a post on their official website, Turtle Rock Studios explained that they are extremely proud of the work they've done on the game, and we're extremely grateful to publisher 2K for both rescuing it from the THQ bankruptcy and making the game free to play. But ultimately, it was time to move on to new projects. 2K will continue to maintain the game servers on PC and console, and might consider eventually bringing the free-to-play version to consoles in the future. With 2K maintaining the game, it means I can't make my Extinction Event joke. I mean, seriously, bloody publishers looking after their consumers. It's sickening. In a move that has taken media reviewers by surprise, publisher Bethesda have announced that they will no longer be sending out review copies to critics weeks before release, starting with Skyrim Special Edition. Instead, they will send them out one day ahead of release dates to ensure everyone, including those in the media, experience their games at the same time. Reaction to the move has been mixed, with some stating that sending them to industry influencers on YouTube and Twitch means that initial coverage will be much kinder. Meanwhile, others have drawn issue with Bethesda stating that those who rely on media reviews should hold off on buying their games, only to then announce their pre-order incentives to play Dishonored 2 a day early. Part of me really wants to scream at Bethesda for doing this, but then another part of me really admires the balls of them pointing out that pre-order culture really has taken over and we're now all consumer whores. Ah, capitalism. Meanwhile, Ubisoft's open-world winter sports title Steep, which allows players to make their way down the Alps in various extreme sporting ways, is set to go into open beta between the 18th and the 21st next month. Registering ahead of time will also put you in the running to participate in a closed beta phase a few days earlier, so if you're in the mood for trying out what is looking like skate on a mountain, be sure to sign up. I've already signed up, but then again, I just really want to see if I can roll my character all the way down the mountain. It's good to have life goals. The recent reveal trailer may have whipped the internet into a frenzy, but according to Nintendo President Tatsumi Kashima, we won't be hearing any more about the Nintendo Switch until January 13th. A livestream presentation will be broadcast on that date, with the March launch date and the current games development revealed at that time. Well, it's a shame that we won't hear any more details until then. Unless somebody spills the beans on whether the Switch has a touchscreen, but I mean, what are the chances of that happening? In unexpected news, unnamed sources have revealed to Eurogamer that the Nintendo Switch does in fact have a touchscreen. Well, that escalated quickly. According to reports, the portable part of the Switch will feature a 6.2-inch capacitive multi-touch screen. More than that, the right-hand Joy-Con will also house a short-range IR sensor, meaning touchscreen features will be usable on a TV if the tablet-esque screen is docked. At this point, it's all still rumour until it's officially confirmed, but Eurogamer is convinced that the information is legit. Big Square Enix news emerged out of Paris Games Week, as it was confirmed that Final Fantasy XV has finally gone gold. It comes after the game was delayed earlier this year from its original September release date, and means that the launch on November 29th is still going ahead as planned. But that wasn't the big surprise announcement, as it was revealed that one of the planned pieces of DLC will have 4-player co-op. The Comrades expansion pack will allow players to control each of the main characters and will also be a part of the Season Pass or available as a standalone add-on. That's all we know for now, as development on it has only just started, but it's an exciting development nonetheless. Another unexpected piece of Square Enix news that emerged this week is that all of the Kingdom Hearts games will be making their way to PlayStation 4 next March. The ridiculously titled Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix includes everything from the PS3 remasters, which is effectively 5 games and a CG film. This is in addition to Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. Oh god, there's so much ridiculous in those titles, it's making my brain hurt. which arrives in January and adds 3 new experiences to fill the gap until the sensibly named Kingdom Hearts 3 arrives. If I can offer one piece of advice to ensure your well-being, it would be not to try and understand the Kingdom Hearts storyline. Just let the pretty colours, beautiful action and Disney characters just make you smile. Feel better already. And finally, notorious game film director Yui Boll has announced that he's no longer making films. According to reports in the Toronto Metro, Boll has been self-funding his films since 2005, and after his latest film failed in its crowdfunding efforts last year, it appears that he can't pony up the dough any longer. His reasoning is that with the DVD and Blu-ray markets in decline, there's no way he can make money from his films anymore. Regardless of what you thought of his takes on Blood Rain, Postal, or Alone in the Dark, he'll always be remembered as the director who challenged his critics to a boxing match, and won! Godspeed, Raging Boll. And of course you can find links to all of those stories by hitting the link in the description box below, so give that a check out if anything piques your interest. But now it's time to take a look at some of the highlights of upcoming releases that are coming out this week. Coming out on PC this week is Owlboy, a 2D platformer in which players control a half-human, half-owl character who goes on a journey to save his tribe from pirates. It's taken 8 years of development for this game to be ready, but early reports suggest that the controls are absolutely spot on as a result. It's definitely one to consider if you're yearning for a whimsical platformer. This week also sees the return of Call of Duty, ready to blast us into outer space with Infinite Warfare. Its single-player campaign promises an open hub with side missions along with the usual over-the-top storyline, and features an all-star cast including Jon Snow and an MMA fighter. Zombie mode also makes a return this year, featuring David Hasselhoff, obviously, but it's the multiplayer suite that's the main star as usual. The combat rig system aims to cater to varying playstyles across its usual game types, and the kill streaks return to ruin the day of the less skilled. Finally, the homework/degree/career/relationship killer returns to ruin the lives of football fans everywhere. This year's edition of Football Manager includes new motion capture animations for the match engine, new camera angles to watch that action, and enhanced AI. Feedback from its early access period suggests that there are still some issues left for Sports Interactive to iron out, but let's face it, it's Football Manager and you've already made your mind up if you're getting it or not. And that's it for this week's Reload. Don't forget, over on Digital Outburst, we have reviews for WWE 2K17 and an impressions piece looking at the patch 1.4 for The Division. Also, the Game Buzz podcast has returned. Yes, me and Matt are finally reunited to chat about the gaming news and just go off on wild tangents, so be sure to check those out. Also, stay tuned for my review of World of Final Fantasy and my review of Civilization 6, which will be coming up in the very near future. But that is it for now. If you've got any feedback, do let us know in the comments either here on YouTube or over on Digital Outburst. But that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.